How's it going? My name's Sean McLaughlin, and here's my first vlog. One of the ways that communication I've noticed it being symbolic in life is the other day I was driving, I was actually moving out here, and I cut this guy off on the road because I missed the exit, and he pulled up next to me and proceeded to flip me off. And this is symbolic because he didn't have to say anything, but I knew he was mad, and I knew he didn't like what I did. And he got his point across by just using the middle finger. It's a pretty universal symbol around here. Everyone knows what that means. And let someone else know you're mad. One of the examples of interpersonal communication in my life that I've noticed is just before I go to bed, laying down, thinking to myself, thinking about everything, stuff like that. Just like the little voices in your head telling you what to do, what not to do. You just think about your day. Stuff like that. And another interpersonal experience I've had is my first day moving out here. I just moved out from Southern California. My first day moving into my new apartment. I came in not knowing who my roommate was going to be. I had two friends and then I had a third roommate. And just the thoughts going through my head of what he's going to look like, how do I say hi to him, what do I say to him, introduce myself, just stuff like that. And he left a note before I got there, before I moved in, so yeah. Some examples of interpersonal communication that I've noticed. One is with my mom. Every couple of days I call home, let her know how I'm doing, talk to her for a little bit, see how everything's going with her, talk about everything that's gone on in the week, how work is, how school is, stuff like that. Just myself and her talking for about 10 minutes. It's one of my interpersonal experiences that I have on a regular basis with my mom. And then another one actually happened as I was thinking about what to say for this video. Is just sitting there watching TV with one of my roommates, talking about stuff, talking about his homework, talking about my homework, what we have to do. Talking about our day, our weekend, Labor Day weekend, pretty fun, talking about stuff like that, just me and him. And that conversation actually turned into one of my other examples for small group communication as we were talking about our day and what's going on and stuff like that. Another one of my roommates came home and we're all three sitting there watching TV, talking about work, school, stuff like that, what kind of homework we have. That was my first small group communication that actually happened. That was about an hour ago. And then another one was we went down to our pool yesterday, community pool, met a bunch of people, had conversations about us, three of us, talking to other small groups of people. It's another example of small group communication that I've experienced in the past couple days. Couple examples of public communication that I've experienced. Last semester I had a public speaking class and I had to give a bunch of speeches. One of them on dangers of fast food, stuff like that, and low prices associated with obesity. And yeah, that was more public speaking. I was talking to the audience of class of about 40 people. I did a couple of those speeches. And then another public speaking experience that I've had is middle school. I gave a speech about Lewis and Clark at an assembly in front of about 500 to 600 people. It's pretty nerve-wracking, pretty intense. My first time experience. That was my first ever public speaking experience. And then some of the examples of mass communications that I've noticed is actually just a few minutes ago before I made this video, watching ESPN, and there's the Audi commercial on TV, so I was watching that, and yeah, this mass communication is ad. They have the gatekeepers of Audi that let you know what's going to be in the commercial. They censor it, ESPN puts it on, and then some more mass communication I've noticed is a bunch of flyers. The day I moved in, our house is still flooded with food flyers for food around Tempe, stuff like that. It's some forms of mass communication that I've noticed. Then one of my own communication experiences that I've noticed that I analyzed using the characteristics of communication competence was my experience, my personal experience was when I moved out here. Uh, my mom came out 2 days after I did, supposed to bring a bunch of my stuff, and of course she forgot a bunch of it, so I still don't have a lot of clothes, stuff like that out here. And after analyzing the whole situation, I feel like our exchange and everything was pretty effective after everything. When it comes to empathy and perspective taking, I understood that she had to bring a lot of stuff, so I just kind of looked at her from her perspective, and I know she was probably rushed because she has work too and all that stuff to take, other things to take care of. So I kind of just looked at it from her point of view and didn't really get mad or anything, just talked to her about it, and then came up with a solution. She's just gonna mail it out here. And then when it comes to the cognitive complexity, yeah, it's the same thing. I had to look at it from her point of view. She was probably rushed, lots of stuff to take care of. She's a mom, so stuff like that. And did well with self-monitoring. Instead of getting mad and stuff like that and yelling, I just let it slide. And yeah, it was a pretty mellow situation, even though I don't have a lot of my clothes that I would like to have. And then also definitely committed to the relationship because it's my mom. Love the lady, so yeah, came out to us all a pretty nice conversation. Everything worked out well. That's my first vlog.